Hey guys, so I'm here to talk to you a little bit about prime factorization today. So let's start with what you need to know. Well, you need to know what your prime numbers are. So I do have a little video explaining what prime numbers are and the common mistakes when determining what prime numbers are. Here's a list. So if you want to pause, you can go ahead and pause and write that down. We have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37. Another thing that you need to know is how to go from expanded to exponential form. For example, how do you go from this to this? So here we go. I separate my numbers in order. So I write my bases, which are my repeated numbers. If you're not sure, you could go ahead and watch my video on powers and exponents. So I have 2 as my base because my base repeats. Remember that. The base repeats. Okay, so I write 2, 3, and 5, and then my little exponent is how many times I repeat. 4, 2, and 3. What am I using? A factor tree. Let's get it. All right, so for my factor tree, number 1, I pick a factor. It doesn't matter which one, so let's see what number I'm working with. I am working with 48. So I'm gonna pick the factors, my factor options for 48. Pause. To help you out with this, you could use your divisibility rules. I do have a divisibility rule video, so here we go. So like I said, it doesn't matter which one. Clearly I'm having difficulties with this paper. So I just listed out a few. 2 times 24, 4 times 12, and 6 times 8, and pick one. It doesn't matter. You can pick either one. You're gonna get the same answer. So step 1, I picked a factor, and I picked 4 times 12. Step number 2, you're gonna keep breaking down those numbers until they are prime, and then you're gonna circle the prime numbers. So look, I broke down 48. Now I only have to work with 4 and 12, which was much better. Okay, so I break down my 4 and I get 2 and 2. 2 is prime, 2 is prime. I circle them. Okay, over here I had 3 times 4. I only circled 3 because 3 is prime, but 4 is not. And then I broke down 4 and I got 2 and 2. The last step for this is to write down the prime numbers in exponential form. So here we go. What I did first was I just wrote down my base numbers. So the numbers that are prime. So here we go. I have a 2 and I have a 3. All right, so I set that up. And now what I do is I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna start slashing my numbers off and counting as I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 2s. That's 2 to the power of 4. And then I only have 1 3, so I don't need to worry about it. So in reality, if you wrote this out in expanded form, you would get 4 times 4 times 3, okay? And then I'm gonna break that down. 4 times 4 is 16 times 3, and that is 48. All right, so now in the last one, I did 4 times 12. This time I'm gonna do 6 times 8, just to show you it's gonna be the same thing. With 4 times 12, it was 2 to the power of 4 times 3. So here we go. I used 6 and 8. None of those are prime, so I didn't circle them. Next step, I broke down 6. I got 2 and 3. I circled them because they're prime. Next, I got 2 and 4. I circled 2 because it's prime, but 4 is not. And then I broke down 4 and I got 2 and 2. So once again, I wrote down 2 and 3, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 2s and 1 3. So it doesn't really matter. So here we go. I'm gonna see if you can get this one. I want you to break down 150. Now, hint, it ends in 0. So either 5 or 10, also 2, could equal it. So numbers that end in 0, 2, 5, and 10 can always equal them. Always, 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 always. So go ahead and pick one of those and break it down. And then I'm gonna pause. Or you pause the video, not me. All right, so let's go ahead and break this down. I used 15 and 10. It doesn't matter what you use. Don't erase your work. Let's just see if we get the same answer. Okay, for 15, I broke down 3 and 5, and those are prime. For 10, I broke down 2 and 5, and those were prime. I wrote down 2, 3, and 5, because look, I have a 2, I have 3, and I have 5. All right, now here we go. I'm gonna start counting them. I have 1, 2, I don't need an exponent. I have 1, 3, I don't need an exponent. I have 2 5s. All right, and hopefully this video helped you. If not, I am gonna make a longer video to put in my visual playlist. So keep an eye on that. I don't have it up there yet, but anyway, stay tuned. Thanks guys, bye. I hope this helped.